This is a brief video to show you how to get around your Canvas course shell. There's lots of features in Canvas that hopefully you will explore and help your progress through the course. Once I've signed into Canvas, and once you sign into Canvas, you're taken to a dashboard. This view for me is not going to show you exactly what you see, but in your dashboard would be all the courses you have that are using Canvas, and particularly our course, Music 101. Once you click on your course, then you're taken to what you're seeing here, our home page. You've got options on the left for your course, and then we'll go over these separately in another brief video that I'll post in the course. But please start here, and you're taken sequentially through the elements in a module called Start Here. If you don't complete the elements in the Start Here module, you can't progress into the course. So please read your syllabus in its entirety, follow all these instructions, and then when you're done, click Next. You have a mandatory syllabus quiz. It is a timed quiz. I'll let you take your time to prepare for that, but have your syllabus handy because I'm asking you questions specific to the syllabus for our course. Your discussion instructions, which you very much will want to return to throughout the course progression because they're very specific on how you can earn the most points in this course. The dates for our discussions are also listed at the bottom. And our introductory discussion, which is not open quite yet because this video is being created before the semester begins. Now that I have clicked through and accessed the information in the Start Here area, with the exception of the mandatory syllabus quiz because it's not open yet, ultimately I would be able to then begin on all the major parts of the course. But maybe you want to jump to certain sections of the course. You can do so over here. You can always go back home, which is going to give you those big sections, part 1 through part 7. And then we have a resources area, a section to upload concert reports, which you'll read about in your syllabus, and even a course survey, which will open near the end of our semester together. If you want to go directly to the modules to see what is expected in each section, click on Modules. And here's our Start Here module that I went through quite quickly just a moment ago. Part 1 has what they call the prelude and chapters. I also tell you when they close. You get video lectures, you have outlines, and each chapter, including the prelude chapters, has quizzes. They're short, most of them are very short, less than 10 questions, most of them. And then part 2. You can collapse these if you don't want to see all the information. I just collapsed part 2. I can open up part 2 again. Let's say you would like to go, when are the discussions? I want to be able to put that in my calendar and remind myself. You can go directly to the discussions area. You can also find the dates in the Start Here module because there's a link for the general discussion instructions. But every specific discussion has its own criteria and specific instructions to follow in addition to the general guidelines and instructions for following discussions in our course. Assignments is actually a really good area too because you can see all the quizzes in one place, all the written homework in one place, which is not that much for this particular class. And you can even see, ultimately, I believe, the discussions in a nice little unit. So it defaults for all the discussions first. Whoopsie, a little fast on the scrolling there. Sorry. Upcoming assignments. A lot of quizzes. I'm going to actually close that rather than just scroll through it. Your concert reports. And you can actually search by assignments if you'd like to and get more organized. Maybe I just want to see the discussions. I could put in discussions here. Let's see. And I get all my discussions at one moment there. So play around in here. There's nothing you can hurt by just searching and viewing things. I want to go over files real quick. This is where you will upload things like photographs. In my situation, I already have a number of things here, but you should be given an upload area. There's another files area under your account, and that also gives you the opportunity to upload. I actually think that's more accessible for uploading new documents and new images and photos. So check that out. So this is more generic to the entire Canvas platform. Your settings affect every course, the notifications affect every course, your files and all that. Let me close that. But this is more unique to your particular course that you're in for our class. Of course, you can get to your grades. Mine won't look like anything right now because I'm in sort of as a generic test account. And you can also chat and use the chat feature in here. One of the very helpful things, because this is a new platform, and I'm just going to go back home for a moment here, is this question mark help here. There's all kinds of wonderful resources for Canvas, even far more than we had for our other course management system. Of course, you can ask me questions, but of course, we're all kind of getting to know Canvas. Do not hesitate to, if you are Santiago Canyon College, to call this 844 number. It's a 24/7 number. And I myself have had to call it with setting up the courses, and it's very helpful. You can search in what they call the Canvas guides. There's all kinds of community help here, even video tutorials. Let's say you want a tutorial, how do I upload a picture for my discussion board? Or I try to give some simple instructions, but you can find them in the Canvas guides. And then, of course, if you find something great you want to submit it, feel free to do that as well. But this help is really helpful, not to be redundant there. I'm going to go over these generic sort of standard Canvas areas in a different account so that you can actually see them working properly. Mine are a little bit generic right now. But hopefully that's a good overview just to get you going and get you started on the course. Please go to the Start Here area. Most importantly, read through the syllabus in its entirety. And there's a place in our introductory discussion board where you can actually post questions about the course if you have them, and either I or fellow classmates will help answer them. Welcome to the course.